Okay, look, I understand that we're tripling down on this whole situation, right? I get it, all right? To be completely honest, I thought that the whole drama would have stopped at Shadbase. But as of very recently, and I'm talking about last night, it's not only come out from an ex-employee of MrBeast that Jimmy also knew about this stuff and how weird of a person Kris was, but another minor has also come out with messages from Kris's Snapchat account, which he has deleted by now. And I'm going to tell you this right now. The messages that were shown on screen don't seem to be as bad. However, there is a parallel that I want to draw a connection to with another situation that happened like maybe a month ago. And it's one that people are drawing themselves on Twitter. But before that, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. Hope you're doing well. Before we get any further into the video, I just want to say that supporting this channel just by subscribing is the best way to do something like that. It's free, it takes a second, and I'd really appreciate it. Thanks. So we'll start out with a recent video that has come out yesterday, and it's not about the minor yet. However, this was posted by an ex-MrBeast employee that used to work there from around February to June, I believe he said.
Hold on, let me turn off the music. I'm outside MrBeast studio right now. Here's a cornfield. I'll explain that tomorrow. I've just been driving by looking to see, is there an FBI raid going on? What's happening? My name's Dawson. I worked at MrBeast from February to May of this year, 2024. Kris is the tip of the iceberg. And when Jake the Viking says MrBeast knew, yeah, MrBeast knew. I heard many times that Ava, Kris Tyson, is a major liability, but they can't get rid of her because she's already threatened legal action and she knows too much.
Now, Not Like Us is playing in the background, and unfortunately that song is copyright now. And of course I found that out the hard way last time I played the song. The video opens up with the employee filming his non-disclosure agreement from MrBeast apparently. After that, he shows the compound in North Carolina, I believe, where MrBeast would film his videos. He would then follow up with his work experience at MrBeast or working with MrBeast, saying pretty much that Jimmy knew about this the entire time. He then goes on to reference a comment made by Jake the Viking, who we did talk about last video, with this guy essentially corroborating his first post. Allegedly, the reason why Kris hasn't been cut from the team, even though he's a liability, is because they've already threatened legal action and they apparently know too much. Now, this tweet was also followed up by another tweet, with this one highlighting the fact that MrBeast's moderators on his Reddit page are deleting posts that are talking about Kris Tyson's situation. Now look, man, I won't lie, if Jimmy knew about all of this stuff, which I mean, there's no way he didn't, right? Or at least he didn't know maybe the full extent of it. But when you have a guy that likes Lolly and he actually bought a physical copy of the picture, hung it up in your room that you were sharing with him at the time, and I don't think there's no way that he didn't know about the whole Shadbase thing, especially with the whole thing about Keemstar's daughter. That being coupled with the fact that there was a situation where Kris Tyson actually met up with Lava GS, who was a minor at the time, in the woods with Carl, where allegedly nothing happened. But you gotta think, I mean, at some point, did MrBeast think that this was the wrong type of freak to have and be associated with? And no, I'm not accusing MrBeast of really anything. I mean, there's no real evidence against him. I mean, I guess you could say that he knew about some of it, like I said before. But all of this coming out right now is honestly just proving Sunny V2's video correct. All of this stuff is a PR nightmare for MrBeast. And even though Jimmy might be friends with Kris, if Kris was really his friend, I don't think he would put Jimmy's career at risk, especially like this. Now, as I mentioned previously, there was another video that had come out about a minor who had essentially exposed the text messages between him and Kris Tyson. And like I said before, these messages individually aren't really that bad. I don't know if these were the extent of the messages. These are just what was shown. I have no context as to what was being talked about. All I see is a kissy face, and the stuff that happened afterwards just kind of makes it seem worse. However, here's the video.
I know, dude, I would come inside of that egg and then watch her eat it, and then watch her have sex with another man while she comments about how my genitalia can never satisfy her.
Now, after this, it would be found out that Kris Tyson had deleted his Snapchat altogether. Now, it was either because of this video surfaced altogether, or he did it out of guilt, or maybe even to cover his tracks. Which one it is, I don't know. Now, there's also this situation about Jeanette McCurdy and Kris Tyson posting revenge porn pictures of her, and this was back on his older YouTube channel, and I do want to make note that he might have been a minor himself at the time, because I don't think he's that much older than I am, so it would only kind of, I guess, make sense to me that he was like late teens, later into his 4 years of high school. And the only reason why I'm making that clear is because the only real thing that I see as wrong in this video is the fact that other kids can, come along this and see it, or maybe have come along that video and saw it already. And obviously, if you're a content creator, you shouldn't be posting that stuff on YouTube at all, or Twitter or anything like that. I know a lot of people are trying to get him on this too ever since it came out, but at the very least, he wasn't an adult. I don't know if that makes it better. I don't know.
How's it going, you guys? So recently everybody's been hearing about the Jeanette McCurdy leak of her photo. What the story is, she sent pictures to her boyfriend, her now ex-boyfriend, and he leaked them out. And she is a very popular Nickelodeon star on the show iCarly, and probably seen as the pulling of the show. It'll probably be taken off the air. Second off, you'll probably see the photos get taken down at some point tonight, maybe tomorrow, because Nickelodeon has that kind of power. But the link's in the description if you want to see them. I mean, I'm not endorsing people to go look at somebody else's private business, but I know that people might want to see them, so it's there if you want it.
Now, moving on to a huge juxtaposition that I was talking about earlier in the video, and that a lot of people are talking about now on Twitter, is the fact that when Dr. Disrespect got outed, everyone was vilifying him, as, I guess they rightfully should have been. But a lot of the streamers that are posted in this current picture right here from this Mr. Beast video don't really have too much to say about Kris Tyson. And to be quite honest, it sucks that even is the case. I don't know if Mr. Beast has them under NDA or whatever they have, but it sucks that people don't want to call out something that's worse than what happened with Dr. Disrespect. If you don't know what happened with him, I don't know where you've been, but quick recap, Dr. Disrespect got banned on Twitch 4 years ago, and that was apparently for whispering a minor. According to his admission, they were inappropriate messages, and no, they weren't with a 17-year-old girl. That is misinformation. He never even stated that himself. I don't know where people got that from, but that's essentially it. Whereas you have Kris Tyson sending sexually suggestive messages to minors, messaging multiple minors, talking about his hentai addiction with younger people, putting his toddler in high heels, and doing all of this stuff that I don't think Dr. Disrespect ever did, or at least he was never called out for it, and everything is silent. Where are these content creators that were so vocal about Dr. Disrespect? Where's Pokimane calling this disgusting? Where's Valkyrie calling this disgusting, right? Where's Kai Cenat talking about this on live stream? Logan Paul, Jake Paul, hell, anybody. I'll take Matt Pat even. One of you bigger creators needs to step up, all right? This is kind of what has me thinking that Mr. Beast probably has them under NDA for some reason. I don't know why, but that thought just kind of keeps popping into my head. But if Mr. Beast doesn't have them under any non-disclosure agreements and they're just not talking about it, that's absurd. A lot of people think that they're not talking about it because Kris Tyson is trans. A lot of people think that there's an agenda going on, and honestly, it just doesn't look good. It really doesn't, I'll be honest. XQC even calls us out and says that I follow mostly influential creators here, yet they've been silent about the Kris Tyson situation. Pretty deviant behavior across the board. Can't wait to read some cope justifications as to why it wasn't addressed. By the way, next time, I'll be adding the whole squad. Stop hiding behind all the noise. There's also been this whole sub beef going on between Kris Tyson and Nick Merckx. Nick Merckx has apparently been called transphobic and been banned on Twitch recently. However, this is what he had to say about the situation himself.
2018. In the same year,
This guy Beast came out and said Ava is a great father to his 2-year-old boy, or her, whatever the fuck. That's what he said on Twitter to me. This fucking character, man. I don't care how popular you are. I don't care how much money you got, how much power you think you got. Dog, I like, if we were in person, I'd fucking grab him by his neck. Don't speak to me that way. Are you out of your fucking mind? He's got his 2-year-old boy in heels that fit. There's a concern here. And if there isn't for you, then you are part of the problem. It's not okay. It's not healthy. It's weird now.
Tyson makes a tweet
Fucking
stating
guy,
how
Mr.
one more
Beast.
Patreon donation they get and never
Crumb of tweets. But apparently, this dude Chris's girl came out and defended him, right? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know if that's a firm yes or firm no, but apparently she was tweeting like, I don't know who this Nick Merckx guy is and what he's saying about our fucking relationship and our family. Okay, let me get a little revisit on that. Can we circle back with old Dukes here, huh, mama? Let's get a nice little circle back, right? Like, I don't want to throw shit at your fucking door, right? And I'm not really trying to like drag you through the dirt, but if you want to go toe to toe and you want to say things like that, let's circle back and let's revisit those comments about how great your family is.
Now, if you're still one of those people saying that, you know, this situation isn't really that bad, I don't know how you could say that, especially after everything that's come to light, but Mr. Beast has now been seen deleting comments on his videos talking about the situation. Anyways, that's going to be it for me today, guys. I hope you did enjoy. I'll try to keep you up to date with what's happening on the internet, and if you want more content similar to that, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Sub up, stay safe, and peace.